This is quarter 4, week 3. So out of 8 weeks, we are on our third week. So to start with, we have AP Module 3. So ano ang yaon sa AP Module 3? So yaon dyan nakalaag, pandibisyon na gibon, papagkanood, number 3. Same parts kan last learning activity sheet. So nagpupuon sa competency, nasasabi ang mga bagay sa kaistruktura na may hiling sa naaagian hali sa harong pasiring sa eskwelahan sa Naga Central School 2. So, yan man ang introduction. Tapos, may talasalitaan, istruktura, ang mga division na nahihiling sa inaagihan. So, gibuhon 1, magsurat ng 5 istruktura na harani sa indong harong. So, gibuhon 2, lagan ni check ang mga minasunod na istruktura na nadumanan mo na sa imong barangay. So, malaag dyan mismo ning check sa tataramon. Digdip po sa gibuhon 1, so si mga specific na pangaran, halimbawa tindahan, anong pangaran kan tindahan? Kung may bakery, anong pangaran kan bakery? So 5 istruktura na harandis sa indong harong. So ini man general kung ini naagihan o natumanan na sa imong barangay. Kung may simbahan, lagan ng check. Kung mayo, then blank. Gibbon 3 naman, mag-gibbon ng mapa kung sa imong inaagihan halisa sa indong harong pasiring sa eskwelahan. Ilag ang mga bagay sa kaistruktura na nahihiling mo. So, kumbaga may mapa, may road, may kalsada, tapos from point to point. So, from home hanggang sa eskwelahan. Then, sa gilid, i-drawing na ang mga istrukturang na naaagihan. So, yan ang AP. And then, next, an ESP naman. An ESP, this is the last module because we only have 2 modules for 4th quarter in ESP. Ang ESP naman, tungkol sa pagtubod din iba, igalang ta. So, iba-ibang religion, iba-ibang pagtubod, iba-ibang pangaran kang Diyos, anapod sa Diyos. So, but still, we have the same faith. Okay, so, dahil ini, saro ini yung module, so nagpupuon sa introduction, objectives, nakapagpapahiling nin paggalang sa pagtubod kan iba. Tapos, pre-test, silingon ang duwang retrato, mag-drawing dakulang puso, sa retrato nagpapahiling paggalang sa pagtubod kan iba. So, next naman, pagpahiwas kan kaaraman, mag-drawing in star, sa kataid kan kada numero kung tama ang sinasabi sa pangusap, as in X naman, kun dai, so 1 to 5. And then, sunod kay ni, discussion, so what is the module all about? And then, may mga importante, mga kumaga payo, tugon, mga bilin. Next, pagsasapuso, gibohon 1, bilugan, ang retrato na nagpapahiling paggalang sa pagtubod kan iba, lagan na nin X kun bakos. So, on the picture itself. So, 1 to 5 siya. Gibohon to naman, lagan na nin check kung nagpapahiling kan paggalang sa pagtubod kan iba, saka X kun dai. This time, statement na siya, na siyang picture. Tapos, pagsasabuhay, gibuhon 1, i-drawing happy face kung nagpapahiling paggalang sa pagtubod kan iba, saka sad face kung dai. So, 1 to 5 siya. Pagsukol kan kaaraman o post-test, masahon sa kaintindihan ang kada sitwasyon, pilion sa kakulayan ang retrato na dapat mong gibuhon sa kada sitwasyon. So, for every given, so para may story, and then there are 2 choices. So, whatever your choice, ang gagawin po ay kukulayan yung picture. So, number 1, number 2, also with number 3, number 4, and then number 5. So, that's it for ESP. And then, sa mga subjects ko naman, so we start with English. So, this is last learning activity sheet. So, nakalagyan quarter 4, worksheet 4 for week 2. So, may in-skip na kami kasi we tried to cover all the topics for the 4th quarter. So, para din to avoid repetition. Kasi may mga, may madadali naman. Okay, for this week's last in English, so it's about classifying objects, words according to specific color, shape, size, taste, etc. So parang may katulad din with what we had about materials, about the properties. So this time, yung groupings na. So group words according to specific traits or attributes, and then write familiar words under the correct category. So introduction, same parts, and then activities for practice task 1. What's wrong here? So cross out the word that does not belong to the group. So there are 5 items, five groups of words. So whatever that should not be in the group, you have to mark it with an X. Next one, practice task 2. So it's entitled, What category do I best fit into? So directions, look at the words in the word box, nasa pinakababa, and write them under the correct category. So what are these all about? Those animals that can fly, so list them down here. There should be 5 animals that can swim, another 5 animals, and then those that can walk. Okay, so we have a total of 15 animals. So this is according to movement. If you can remember what we had in science about animals. And then practice task 3, find the category. Directions, study the pictures in each item. Choose from the box below the name of each category. So this time, there are groups of pictures, and then you have to find the best uh, title for that group. So you have to choose from the box. Then write it on the blank. And then for the last part, assessment, directions, look at the list of words below and then sort them into 3 groups. So there are 15 words. You have to group them according to the heading or the title under food, animal, or toy. So that's it for English. And then for science naman, we are on our second module because the first module was good for 2 weeks. So this time we are in module 2, which is only good for 1 week. So this is about the earth, the second part of the last part about earth, describing the things found in water and land. So this is with the help of teacher Sheena. So beginning with pre-test, color the box green if the picture shows a living thing, color the box brown if it shows a non-living thing. So same, there are 5 items. And then engage. So draw and name one living and non-living thing that you can see around you. So you don't need to go outside your house. Yung ano lang, nakikita siguro from the window, and then draw one from anong gusto nyo? One for each, and then write its name on the blank. And then for explore A, so you need to put a check on the appropriate column. So putting a check in the appropriate column. So may iba-iba yan na items for each number. And then there are questions after you answer yung table. And then explore B, find and name 3 living things and 3 non-living things in the picture. So list them down below. And then explain. So there are 3 questions, and then this is the discussion. So maganda yung printout. So I think you will be interested to learn more about this. And then the key concepts. Apply your learning. So ang gagawin mo, so on the next page, make a poster about how you can take care of the earth and every living and non-living thing on it. So on your module at the back of this page is a blank. So that is where you're going to make your poster. And then sa next page naman, test yourself, tell whether it is a living or non-living. So sulat L for living things and NL for non-living thing. And then part 2, put a check if it describes a living thing and cross if it describes a non-living thing. And then under reflect, so there are only 2 items. We have here the glossary, And then the post test, write yes if the statement is correct and write no if it is not correct. So, we're done with module 2. Parang ano lang siya, introducing what's inside these modules. And then, followed by, ano na tayo, saan ba? PE. So, for PE naman, this is the 4th week. So, natapos na tayo with music arts. This is the 3rd one, I mean. So, 3rd one. And on the next week, we have health. So, the 3rd in MAPE. So, tungkol yan sa in. So, tungkol sa relationship of movements. So, locomotor and non-locomotor. So, inapod na locomotor, saka di locomotor. So, yan. Isurat ang letra kan simbag sa blanco. And then, adalanta. Yan. May iba-ibang actions. Tapos, sa gibuhon 1, isurat ang gibuhon ang mga hero na mababasa sa halipot na istorya. And then, there are questions you need to answer. Write your answer on the blank. Tapos man, parang ito reflection. So, magtawin ng puso sa tungod kang tataramon na tugma sa imong ginibo. And then, gibuhon 1, lagan check ang hirong tataramon kang nagahali sa pwesto. Kinatitindugan, X kun, dae. So, parang comparing lang locomotor and then non-locomotor. Gibuhon to naman, magsurat ng tulong hero na dahi nagahali sa pwesto dangan tuluman na halimbawa nin hero na nagahali ka sa pwesto. So, 3 for each. Tatlong locomotor and then tatlong three na non-locomotor and then another 3 for locomotor. Nagahali sa pwesto. And then, pagsukol kan kaaraman, direction laagan nin, maugmang lalawgon, kung ang pangusap nagpapahiling nin hirong locomotor, dangan sad face, mamundong lalawgon kung non-locomotor. And then last part, magkupit ng tulong retrato, niyan nagpapahiling nin hirong locomotor, dangan tulong hirong non-locomotor. Idukot sa kahon. So, you just consume this part. So, pwedeng magprint na ng tatlo. If ever you can find any picture to cut out, you prefer to print them. So, i-print na yung tatlo, then isahan na i-paste sa locomotor and then another 3 for non-locomotor. So, yan ang PE. And then, next is, ano pang kulang? So, Filipino naman. So, Filipino, quarter 4, module 3, ikilos mo. It's about action words. So, parang may ano na kayo nito, background. Because this was discussed in mother tongue and also a bit in English last quarter. So, gamit ng salitang kilos. So, same parts, introduction, and then layunin, nagagamit ang mga salitang kilos sa pag-uusap tungkol sa iba't ibang gawain sa tahanan, paaralan, at pamayanan. So, may salitaan. Then, panimulang pagsubok, lagyan ng check ang tamang larawan na nagsasaad ng salitang kilos. So, if you prefer to use crayons instead, pwedeng-pwede. So, as long as the color that you chose is visible. Next, mga gawain sa pagkatuto, discussion yan, starting with the story. And then, from the story, may mga kinuhang mga action words. And then, discussion. Sunod naman, pagsasanay 1, bilugan ng salitang kilos na ginamit sa pangungusap. So, there are 5 items. And then, on the next page naman, page 2, kulayin ang larawan ng bughaw or blue kung ang kilos ay ginagawa sa tahanan, pula kung sa paaralan, and then dilaw kung sa pamayanan. So, just refer to the directions. Tatlong colors ang gagamitin. And then, pagsasanay 3 naman, pagtapatin ang salitang kilos sa tamang larawan, isulat ang titik ng tamang sagot, sapat lang. So, the pictures are clear. So, all you have to do is choose the letter. Tapos, sa panapos na pagsubok, lagyan ng check ang wastong gamit ng salitang kilos ayon sa larawan. So, based on the picture, what would be the best statement wherein the action is mentioned. So, 1, 2, 5 siya. And then, karagdagang gawain, don't forget this part kasi under performance, gumuhit ng isang larawang nagpapakita ng salitang kilos. I hope you yourself can do this last part. Madaling-madali lang to, kahit hindi na magpa-drawing sa mama, sa papa, or sino man na mag-a-answer instead of you. Kasi kayang-kaya ito. And then for the last one, it's math, quarter for module 2. This is in connection with module 1. So tells and writes time by hour, half hour, and quarter hour using analog clock. So previously, we talked about the module 1. Module 1 is about the months and the days. So ito naman, parang ano na tayo, lower, smaller element. So we are now referring to the hour, number of hours, and the number of minutes. So yan, may examples. Then pre-test naman. So shorthand, syempre, obviously, yung mas maikli. And then longhand, yung mas mahabang nagtuturo on an analog clock. So yan, yung may ikot, it's what you call analog clock. So next, learning activities, task 1. So yan, may discussion about the time. So yung pagsulat ng oras, so divided into 3, the hours, minutes, and seconds. And then gibuhon 1. So you need to write the time and also indicate if it's AM or PM. So by the way, when you write AM and PM, so it should only be small letter lang siya. So hindi ko siya ma-edit. So small AM tapos small PM. So yan sa page 7. And task 2 naman, so ito yung mabuti na lang napansin ng daddy ni Nicolas. So minute hand should be the longer hand and then the shorter hand should be the hour hand. So nabaliktad. So tapos yung thinnest one, yung second hand. So yan ang mga makikitang hands on an analog clock. So this is about telling time, so including the number of hours and the number of minutes. So that's it. Tapos isusurat ang oras. So I will post a lesson video about this kasi minsan iba yung nasa toy clock sa analog clock. Yan, task 3 naman. So, very visible ang time, ang clock. So, make sure when you write your answer, when you have to put the hour hand, so kailangan obvious, kitang-kita na shorthand siya. And then, when you put the minute hand, it should be the longer one. So, dapat, paano ba malalaman kung shorthand? Malayo siya sa number, but still pointing at that number. And then, paano ba makikita ang long hand? So, malapit siya sa number na itinuturo. So, ganun ang when you show the time using an analog clock. So, yan, sa post-test, just tell the time. So, may nakalimutan pa ba si teacher? I think I showed you all the modules for this week. Okay, so sa quarter 3 naman, I'm almost done completing the grades. So, expect na pag hindi ko makitang gawa ng bata, so obviously kasi mas madami sa quarter 3 na the children are required to write their answers in words and sentences instead of encircling, instead of writing the letter. So, na dito ko, for quarter 3, dito ko nakita kung sino ba ang gumagawa na religiously by herself, kung nag-answer talaga siya na pang grade 1, ang grade 1 na bata. Unlike with siguro mas madaming modules ako nakita ngayon na mas madami din na grade 1 na answer pero adult ang nag-answer. So, I would not permit that, I would not allow that kasi unfair naman doon sa mga bata na nagtsatsaga na magsulat na napansin ko din may improvement sa pagsulat. But then, for those who are not yet used to writing the answers by themselves, so obviously, mahihirapan talaga sa pagsulat. Kaya, mapipilitan din na an adult would write on behalf of him or her. So, ganun din. So, affected din ang grades kasi I cannot give a perfect score kapag hindi naman sulat ng bata. So, even I will not question anymore kung kaninong idea, kung kaninong answer, pero sana naman yung sulat sa bata na din, sa grade 1 na pupil. Kasi ang grade 1, ang estudyante ko dapat ay mga 6, 5, or 6 years old. Hindi po 20 plus, hindi po parent. So, that's it. I hope you can submit this on time kasi medyo pinapa-rush sa amin ng grades. We have to finish all the grades until 4th quarter, siguro before July begins. So, inuubos namin para lahat din na coverage for grade 1 matapos din, and you deserve to be grade 2 pupils. So, I hope you can finish this and then see you on the lesson videos that I will be posting. Goodbye.